Hi, thanks for joining this new video. Let me share what I liked and disliked about the Nubia Neo 3 GT after trying it, in case you're thinking of buying it. So, don't buy the Nubia Neo 3 GT without watching this video. Take into account its initial launch price, which in Mexico was 5,999 pesos. Naturally, by the time this video was being recorded, the price might have already been reduced and adjusted. However, it was still a very competitive device considering its price point. But what do you think if I gradually share with you what I like the most and what I like the least, always considering its reference price? So let's begin with what I like the most. The design is undeniably striking, and right away you can tell that it's a unique device specifically geared towards gamers. It has a feature resembling a fan, which has a special vibe even though it's not actually a fan. Still, aesthetically, it provides an appealing touch. In fact, you'll notice it has lighting on the back that you can customize, including the effects and the color of the top light, which is much more understated. Well, on an aesthetic level, I insist that it has details that make it unique. Note that it also has triggers on the side to use when playing. In addition, we will find the ability to record video up to 4K in the main camera. And obviously, being a device very focused on gamers, the gaming experience will be very good. However, what will truly stand out in terms of the overall experience is that the user interface is essentially inherited from Red Magic, meaning you have a significant amount of... There are numerous add-ons and plugins available while you're playing, and that certainly gives this one the feeling of being a sort of mini Red Magic. Overall, Red Magic Lite is a device that gamers will find very appealing, yet it's not without flaws. Here's what I didn't like. To begin with, the distribution of this product is primarily online, which means you won't be able to find it in physical stores, at least not officially. This is the case in Mexico, although it could be different in other countries. However, you will notice that there aren't many stores where it's available. Essentially, you will observe that there are not numerous stores where you can actually find it. So you must get it, and also, the options for finding a special offer or promotion are slightly reduced. It also lacks a headphone jack, which is significant because gamers prefer using headphones to avoid latency. Here, you'll need Bluetooth headphones, which do have latency. The front camera will be quite straightforward and simple to use. However, it's important to note that you'll need a USB-C adapter for it. This requirement unfortunately limits your ability to charge your phone while using headphones to play games or listen to music, which I believe is a significant drawback to consider. The front camera will be simple, obviously. It's somewhat understandable considering it's a cell phone mainly aimed at gamers. As a result, it tends to overlook the selfie aspect a bit, but I'll dive into that later. Additionally, it lacks an ultra-wide camera, which is another feature you might find in other devices, particularly in Galaxy models. Even though the camera boasts 50 megapixels, it doesn't fully utilize this in terms of the detail level of the photos, not even when using the high-resolution mode. Furthermore, the digital zoom isn't maximized effectively either. Then the whole section of cameras. The truth is that it is very simple, does not take pictures so attractive. It is immediately noticeable that it is a main cell phone designed for gamers, but for example, does not have an update policy. So if suddenly spend a few years and some games begin to ask you for a recent version of Android, this device can become a little outdated over the years. The battery, although it is supposed to have 6,000 mAh, in reality, the performance was quite disappointing. In practice, it delivered results that were actually worse than those from other phones with just 5,000 mAh. So keep in mind that battery as attractive. In fact, it also offers 80 watts of charge, but theoretical, because in practice, we also noticed that it charges quite slow. For example, 23% in 15 minutes, something that really disappoints a lot and also does not offer you an ecosystem of the brand with accessories and more that you can complement. But well, if you've already purchased it, please share your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you like the most and the least about this cell phone. This way, if other people are thinking about buying it, they can also read about your experience. For now, we have arrived at the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you know you can tell me, and we'll see each other next time.